Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your always great support. I usually don't take it for granted. Again, by supporting me in this video, ensure you like. I've realized that sometimes, guys, you bump into the video, you watch and you forget liking the video. Support me by liking the video. Thank you so much for that like. Now, William Ruto is a man 48 African presidents invited for Korea-Africa Summit. Then I'm asking myself, was this the man who said there was no need for them as African presidents to be summoned by one president for a summit, then the only benefit they get is to arrange themselves and get photos?
That the Troika is going to represent Africa. The chair, the current chair, the past chair, the chair that is coming, and the heads of our regional economic commissions, about 6-7 people. But what happens continuously? When others want to engage with us, they don't want to deal with the Troika. They want to invite 50 heads of state. So we go to a meeting, just explain to me what kind of outcome you expect where 50 heads of state are sitting. Everybody is asked for speak to 1.5 minutes. We speak to one for 1.5 minutes. What kind of engagement are you going to get? You're going to get nothing, right? The best that you get is photographs. That's it. Precisely. You get these photographs. They normally line us up somewhere, crowd of 50 heads of state. And that's all we come home with,
William Ruto is so much embarrassed. At the same time, he's a traitor. And at the same time, he's the US puppet. He's a man that we have realized that cannot have a solution to those who are Pan-Africanist movement. This man, while addressing African presidents, it looks like he's a strong Pan-Africanist. But on the other side, is a man that is a traitor. Is a man that cannot stick with his words. Then, I want you to listen to this video.
This is the Kenyan President William Ruto. William Ruto is the biggest traitor on the African continent. The US President have vowed to reward Kenya and the Kenyan President William Ruto for being a traitor for selling out other African leaders to the United States of America. He has been selling information to the Americans. He has been sabotaging African unity. This is the guy that also promised to send policemen to Haiti to beat up other black people in order to subjugate them, to hand them over back to the United States of America for further subjugation, in order for America to continue to steal the resources of Haiti.
And if you are clearly watching how William Ruto arrived in Korea, William Ruto is a man that wants to create attention. Yani, he's a man and he's the president of Kenya. He wants to feel like he's so much adored in that summit. And so other African presidents, they have realized the reason why they are going for this summit is because they have some issues about development. Not all of them. You have also traitors like William Ruto, whom their business is not about their people. They're there to make business. Another thing that I've realized with William Ruto is a man that will come out to tell the African presidents, don't go there during the day, but during the night, he is there. Don't go to US. Don't be a US puppet. He's going there. So even some European countries are coming out to realize that William Ruto is a man that cannot be trusted. As you can understand, when these African presidents are arriving in Korea for the Korea-Africa Summit, remember, look at the president of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu. Look at the president, can I call it Prime Minister of Ethiopia? When they arrived, you can understand that weight, How can I describe it? There's so much trusted that William Samoei Ruto. I don't know. Have you umepata Kenya nasema? William Ruto is not so much trusted like the way now other African presidents are being trusted. Look at even Yoweri Museveni has just decided that he's not going to be part and parcel of that summit. But what he has done, he has sent his vice president. Then, I'm just keen. I want to understand how William Ruto is going to carry himself before this African president. Because you told us, the purpose of you going to Korea was not about African presidents. Let them be represented by African Union Commission Chair, by the retired African Union Chair, and other individuals that are going to be selected to represent Africa. But William Ruto himself, even if he's having a position in African Union Commission, because William Ruto is having a position of African Union Commission. I'm forgetting about that position. But the truth is, as he is having the position, is a man that says this during the day, during the night, he's doing this. In other words, he's telling the African presidents that to be US puppet is bad thing. But on this side is the US puppet. On the other side is the man who is telling African presidents that we must not talk about the dollar currency. But on this side is busy kneeling down, begging for these dollars. He's telling African presidents that we must be independent. But on this side, he is a beggar. It is so bad as our flying president, tourist president, is not having that good language to convince African president with his words and to have his stance that this is what we are going to do, we as Pan-Africanists. So William Ruto is confusing this African president because he's not a man that you can understand him very clear. Why? Because he can betray you anytime. He can betray you anytime. So I don't think if this African president, they are comfortable. In fact, we are being told William Ruto is being snubbed. Why? Why should you have a good relationship with someone who might betray you and even can make your country to burn? I've seen William Ruto engaging some deals that I want to tell you Kenyans. This might bring Kenya into trouble. I might not be wrong, or I might be wrong. Why? There's certain deals that William Ruto is involving himself that is going to attract enemies to Kenya. Some individuals will just feel, Kenya? No. Kenya, we are having leadership. Kenya, we are having leadership that is betraying us. These people are traitors. They cannot be trusted. And that is how our country will lose it. Because our country was coming in a good path. But now, because since William Ruto took the office, I've realized that we are seriously failing terribly. In terms of development, in terms of investors, how many times William Ruto has just decided that I'm going to mobilize investors? They're rejecting William Ruto's call. What are they doing? They're going to Tanzania, they're going to Uganda, they're going to Rwanda, with other countries in Africa. But in our country, the man is yelling outside Africa, but in our country, Kenya, things are worse. That is what William Ruto is. But we're waiting, and we are keenly watching how things are going to be. As these 48 African presidents are going to arrive in Korea, we're just going to see if William Ruto is going to have photos the way he described earlier on. And he had a standing ovation. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.